Alright everyone, it's time for some Clanktivism. Of course I canceled today's live stream because the baby is just being too fussy at the moment and it's just not going to happen. There's no way that I'll be able to maintain my focus for an entire hour or even something close to that. I'm just not capable. Link in the description, not archived. It's a tweet from Jordan B. Peterson. Like some of his content on this particular issue, I consider him to be completely wrong. So it's time for some Clanktivism on his poll. I encourage you all to vote disagree on this particular question. Here's his tweet. By failing to separate the anonymous cowardly troll demons from real people in the comments section, YouTube and other SM platforms are enabling sadistic, Machiavellian psychopaths and narcissists. Quite loaded there. Just to be clear, the wording may show a little bit of personal bias. Now, here's the thing. Jordan Peterson has been dogpiled by trolls, sometimes from 4chan, Reddit, wherever they happen to be from, and not all of the accounts that comment on his material, whether it be YouTube or elsewhere, are using, their given names, their Christian names or whatever. A lot of them are using, as I do, a username from yesteryear which doesn't have anything to do with my real-world identity. Of course, my name isn't actually Styx Hexen Hammer. Just to be clear, some people might be confused about that, I guess. Here's my pitch. I think that internet anonymity is important. The ability to use a username and not use your real name to prevent doxing, I think, is important. The ability to not be coerced by sites, and some of them already do for various functions, YouTube included, to show a government ID or something like that, which can be falsified anyway. I mean, having a fake ID for the purposes of getting an extra YouTube account or getting around a ban is not exactly the same as trying to go and buy alcohol when you're 20 years and 11 months old or something like that. A little bit of a difference. Internet anonymity allows for people to speak their real opinions without worrying about the same exact cancel culture lynch mob that Jordan Peterson himself has been repeatedly attacked by. I see this, in my eyes, this is perhaps his biggest blind spot. He's looking at a situation where some people are using internet anonymity to troll him. And it's like, you're on the internet, you're going to get trolled anyway. Even if these people have to show their real names, they're still going to criticize you. Being inordinately angry, it seems, over people being overly critical of his material. In one way or the other. Could be his dietary advice with regards to meat. Could be his religious views. It could be anything under the sun. Again, I would say if you're putting your material out on the internet, yeah, you should be happy. If you're getting tidal wave of trolls trolling your material, it means that you've got a large audience. It means you've attracted attention. It's not exactly a bad thing. I think that the benefits of internet anonymity being available to people far outweigh the problems attendant to it. It's just like Jefferson and the concept of the problems of liberty. Now, the problems of liberty are slight compared to the virtues of liberty. The idea that people would be compelled to give their birth name, etc., list their address or something like that in order to speak out online is exceptionally dangerous, in my opinion. I think that the anonymous side of the internet has done much more good than bad. Yeah, it comes with problems. You get flame wars. You get dogpiling. You get defamation in some cases. And people, you have to then subpoena because the person's actual name's not there, so you're going to have to talk to the site to get their actual data, their actual information in order to disclose who's, attempting to defame you. These can be problems, especially for larger content creators like Jordan Peterson. That being said, the positive impact outweighs that. The inconvenience to me, or Jordan Peterson, or Tim Pool, or somebody like that, somebody who has a reasonable audience size, I think that the relatively slight inconvenience of that is outweighed by the protection of people who would seek to criticize and not be retaliated against by potentially similar means. Person goes online. They're critical of their government. In some parts of the world, nay, most parts of the world, that is a very dangerous thing to do. It's dangerous even in the so-called developed world. In the United States, if you come out against the government, you're probably on a watch list if you have a reasonably sized audience. They've literally made lists of influencers like this before. What I would question is whether Jordan Peterson is not doing this because he's simply tired of being trolled and not thinking about the further issue of the fact that you're effectively arguing for the enabling of the kind of cancel culture, the kind of censorship, the kind of authoritarianism you typically speak out against. in a general sense. I stand completely against him on this particular issue, and I think that we should clank on the poll. I know I did. I think that all of you will enjoy joining in too. That's about all. Peace out.